Hey guys, Pogosic29 here, wearing this awesome Java shirt that I made today, and welcome to episode 6 of Paintball Coding. In this episode, we are going to continue and I guess probably finish up the commands. Before we begin, I have an exciting announcement. I've decided to start a one-to-one program. A lot of people have been requesting private lessons, so I've decided to fulfill your request and launch this program. Basically, the way that it will work is if you're interested, you can send me an email at pogosic29dev@gmail.com. Let me know that you're interested in a one-to-one lesson. I will then contact you back and we can set up a schedule, set up a time to do the lesson. Basically, I will offer 30-minute and 1-hour lessons. The 30-minute lessons will be $10, and the hour lesson will be $18. And during the lesson, you can basically, whatever you want. If you want to learn how to do something, if you want me to bug fix a plugin, if you want to work on something with me, whatever you want to do for the 30 minutes to an hour, we can do that. As long as, number one, I can do it myself, and number two, if it's a ginormous thing that's going to take a long time, I'm not going to, if you pay for an hour, I'm not going to go over to an hour and a half for the price of an hour. If you wanted to work on a big project, and you scheduled multiple lessons, and we worked on it over those few lessons, then that could work. Now remember, this is not where you can hire me to make plugins for you. I'm not going to code stuff for you. But if you are interested in learning something or getting help with something that you're doing, then you can utilize this to get one-to-one to ask me any questions, and I can answer them and help you guys out. Now, the reason why I'm charging is because I've put out about 75 videos, and so far I've only made, I believe, $1.76. So I've put in a lot, and I figure that I want to try to get something out of all this work that I've done. So, in return for a small amount of money, I will give you one-to-one personalized support with anything that you need for 30 minutes or an hour. So that is the announcement. Again, if you're interested, contact pogosic29dev@gmail.com and we can talk. I will put all the details, like the price and the contact, in the description. The second thing is, I've gotten a bunch of requests on Skype over the past few days. Please do not add me on Skype if you want me to add you on Skype. Like, if you want to be my Skype friend, please send me an email telling me why you would like to, why you want to add me on Skype, and, if I approve of it, which I guess I probably will, then I will send you the request. Any request I get, I will automatically decline. I won't block you, but I'll just decline it. I will only take requests that I will send you the request after you send me an email. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you send me a request and I don't accept it, it's because I've declined it, because you need to send me an email first. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to say quickly that these videos have been going on for a while, and this list right here is pretty big. I don't want to spend forever on this plugin. This is basically just supposed to teach you the basics of everything. It's just supposed to teach you the basics of how to make a game, like all the different structures and whatever. So because of that, I'm not going to do spectating, because if you just want to do where someone gets teleported to someplace outside the arena where they can look in, you can just teleport them when they do the command, and then when we get to listeners and we do the the interact listener to stop them, then you can stop the spectators. Sorry. And if you wanted to do something where, like, they're invisible and they're flying around, I mean, I'm not going to really take the time to explain that, but you know how to enable and disable flight. You know how to make people invisible. You know all that stuff, so you can apply it. And for that same reason, I'm going to get rid of classes and kits, because you all know how to do that. I've made multiple videos explaining how to do that. Inventory modification, kit command, even cooldowns if you wanted that. I've made plenty of videos that explain how to do that. So if you guys want to have kits, you can do that yourself. But especially in a paintball game, you're not going to have kits. Now, everything else, I guess I'll keep. I mean, these are the commands, the listeners we need. I will implement the scoreboard. It will just say the number of players that the red team... It'll say, like, the score of the red team and the blue team. Basically, every time you knock out a player, the score of your team goes up. I'll do the lobby signs. I'll do basic stats, like, I guess probably the number of people you killed and maybe the number of snowballs you threw or whatever. Arena join message is just like a little thing. And permissions I'm going to take out because you guys are experts on permissions. I mean, you know how to check for, the create, delete, join, leave, whatever commands you want. You already know how to do all of that. So this is our to-do list. I'd really rather not add anything to this because I do want to get back to the regular bucket tutorial series. I have a bunch of videos I want to do. I got a request for a GitHub series, which I will do definitely because back, like, when I first heard of it, I did not understand how to do it. Now that I know how to do it, it's very helpful. So I am going to make the tutorial series because it's a very good thing to know how to use GitHub. So once this is done, I'm going to start the mini GitHub series, which will definitely not take as long as this. And I'll, of course, continue with the bucket coding. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to make 3 commands. We're going to make the set location, force start, and force stop. So let's go ahead and start off with set location. Oops, I just made a new project. So let's try that again. Sorry. It's a sub command. Alright. Now we have our public void on command for player P string array args. And remember, it's just going to be set location, arena number, and then red or blue. Alright, and let me just go ahead and quickly check in the arena. So, it's going to be stored under the ID and then red spawn, blue spawn. Okay. So, first what we're going to need to do is if args.length is less than 2, so, if they don't have enough arguments, then message manager.getInstance.severe to player you did not specify enough arguments. I guess you could be more specific there if you wanted to. Now let's go ahead over to the join, and we will say, we can go ahead and copy this code. And we're going to want to say return true. Or no, not return true, just return. So, once we know that they have enough arguments, this is going to do the arena. So, we're saying that there's no arena with the ID, whatever. And then, so with this code right here, I already went over this a few times, but basically, now we have access to an arena, which we know is not null. So, we know it's a real arena. And then the second thing that we're going to do is we are going to say team. And then very similar to, and it's going to be team equals null. And very similar to what we did above, we're going to say try team equals team dot value of args1. And then we're going to say catch exception E. And then we're going to say message manager get instance dot severe to player args1 is not a valid team. So now what we're doing is we have this team variable, and then we're attempting to get the team by their first argument, and that needs to be 2 uppercase. So if they do team arena 1 red, then this team will be red. If they do team number green, then it'll have an exception, and you'll get that message. Okay, next, finally, we can go ahead and I think that we're going to probably go with, let me just see how we did this. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and go with, okay, so we're going to say, settings manager dot get instance dot set, no, sorry, wait, we're going to say get instance dot create configuration section a dot get ID plus dot and then it's going to be team dot to string dot to lowercase plus spawn. So if they say red spawn for arena 1, it will create the configuration section 1.red spawn. And that's exactly what we want. And this is a configuration section. So we're going to say configuration section s equals. Okay, and then go ahead and import that. Then finally, we are just going to say, what's wrong with this? Did I import the wrong configuration section? What did I do? Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. And then configuration section. Did I import the wrong one? Oh. I see. Okay. So quick change, configuration section s equals arenas dot create section for path. Then we want to save. Then we want to return s. That was the problem. So now we can go ahead and say s dot set world to p dot get world dot get name. S dot set x p dot get world dot get x. Sorry, dot get. No, sorry, it's p dot get location dot get x, and copy this. YZ for YZ. Let me just check one thing in arena. And okay. And I believe that that should be good, and it'll do all the saving for us. So now we can just say message manager dot get instance dot good to player set plus team dot to string dot to lowercase plus spawn. So it'll say set red spawn or set blue spawn, basically. Then all we need is a public string, in name, return set location, public string info, return set a team spawn. I guess it probably could be set spawn, I don't really care. Public string array aliases, return new string array for, I guess, s. And that should do it for that command. Now, finally, we are going to go ahead and write the code for our force start and our force leave. So, what we're going to do is, so we have our add player and our remove player. We're going to go ahead and make a public void start and a public void stop. And then what we're going to do, stop. And then what we are going to do is we are going to, later we're going to fill in the information. Like when we go to add the player, then, it puts them into the team with the less number of players. And then we're going to have it give them the items. And then we're going to have it check, the number of players, whatever. So we will take care of all that. For now, we're just going to write the start and stop methods. They're empty, I know. But then after that, we can go ahead and make a force start. And this will work the same as join, pretty much. We can just, copy most of the code. Extends sub command public void on command player p string array args. There we go. And I just noticed that in this join, we need them to specify an arena number, but we don't even check if they don't specify an argument. So we need to say, if args.length equals 0, then message manager.getInstance.severe to player, you must specify an arena ID. And then return. Because if we don't do that, then it's going to go down and it's going to try to get arg0, but if they didn't specify one, then it's going to throw an array index out of bound exception. So now we need to go ahead and let's make sure that okay, so that doesn't need it. Okay, that does have it. Force start, join, leave, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. So it looks like leave is fine. Set location is okay. So we are good. Now we just need to have this arena ID. And then return whatever. Okay, whatever. So, and then if it has already started, then, we don't want them able to do it. Then we just go ahead and say a.start. And then I guess we can also do message manager.getInstance.good to player force started arena a.get ID. Alright. That's good for force start. Oh wait, we need the public string name turn force start, our public string info turn create force start an arena public string array aliases return new string array force f start, I guess, or so it could be like, I guess, f start or start. Okay. So now we can, I'm actually going to copy this and paste it and call it force stop because they're so similar that it doesn't really matter. So first we're saying if they don't specify an ID, then we're getting the ID. If it doesn't exist, if it has not already started, then has not yet started. So if it didn't start, then then it's not going to work. Then we can say a.stop. And then we can say force stopped, arena, whatever. And then we just need to change this to force stop, and arena, and this will be F stop or just stop. And that was quite simple. So we can go ahead and check off that stuff from our list. So the stuff that is left are the listeners. So I'll even put them in an order. So first we're going to do listeners. Then we're going to do lobby signs. Then we are going to do stats. Then we are going to do scoreboard and the arena join message. And then fifth we are going to do finish up and test. And when we get closer to that, I'll let you guys know, but I'm probably going to get a few people to go on while I'm doing the video. And then the arena join message is just when we get to the finish up part and whatever, then we will, when we implement start and stop and whatever, then we'll put that. In fact, I don't even need that on the list. So there you go, guys. That is our list of steps left. It'll probably make, at least 5, maybe 6 or 7 more videos of this series, and then we can go back to our bucket series. So that is all for this video. You guys made 3 more commands. As always, subscribe if you want to see more. Comment with what you want to learn. If you liked this video, let me know by clicking the like button. If you are interested in private lessons, please check the description below for more information on how to do that. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.